Hey, y'all, and welcome to Elevate Travels Travel Agent Tell All. This is going to be an interactive conversation where we have the opportunity to answer all of the questions that you may have about the travel industry. So, I do have some slides to go through. If you all signed up for the email list, you may have already watched this, but I want to go over just like some preliminary information so that you can go ahead and start thinking of the questions you may have and drop them in the chat. Before we get started, though, please let me know where you are tuning in from. I am here in ATL. I believe Keisha is in Tennessee, but Keisha moves around, so she could be anywhere in the world. So let me know where y'all are tapping in from, and we are going to go ahead and get this party started. Now, if you are tuning in with me for the very first time, let me just let you know that we are here for a good time and not a long time. I love to be respectful of your time. And so I want to make sure I give you all of the information that you could possibly need, and I do it within a reasonable time. So Keisha is checking in from Ohio. All right. Who else do we have in the building? Let me know in the chat. I know that the chat is working. I wanted to test it out, but we got Ohio tapping in. So as you are coming on, let me know where you are watching from. North Carolina in the building. Hey, Valerie. Valerie said this is her first time tuning in. Welcome. Beautiful Butterfly from Maryland. Hello, hello. Happy Thursday. So I am Coriel. Want to give myself a proper introduction since Valerie says she's tuning in for the first time. I am Coriel, co-founder of Elevate Travel Co. My co-founder, Takesha, is in the background. She's backstage. She's going to pop in to answer any questions that you all have. Okay, ATL checking in. But I want to give you some quick background information, and then we're going to hop into these slides. And as I'm going through the slides, hopefully a lot of your questions will be answered. However, if there's anything that we do not cover, if there's any questions that you already have, you can definitely drop them in the chat as we go. And I'm going to make sure I keep my eyes on the chat so that I can answer them for you as we go. I will also make sure that I send out the replay for those of y'all who did register for tonight's workshop. You will receive an email with this replay in case you want to go back and revisit anything. If you need to share it with your husband, because sometimes we got to let the husbands know what we got going on. If you want to share it with a potential business partner and let them know about this opportunity, I will send you the replay for tonight. So as I mentioned, my name is Coriel. I have been in the travel business since 2014. I actually became a certified travel agent in 2014 through a multi-level marketing company. And that's actually one of the questions that I get all the time whenever I talk about this travel agency or our travel agent certification. People always want to know, is it part of a multi-level marketing company? So let's get that out of the way. It is absolutely, positively not part or affiliated with any multi-level marketing company, and I'm going to tell you why. So I got my start through. Wait, you said the screen is black? You can't see me? Hold on. Hold on if you can't see me. Hold on. Let me know in the chat, can you see me? Are y'all just looking at a black screen? No way y'all are looking at a black screen. Let me know in the chat before I keep running my mouth. Let me know in the chat, can you see me? I know you can hear me, but can you see? Yes, the screen is black. Lord. Okay, hold on. What about now? What's that doing? What is that doing? Can y'all see me now? Still a black screen. Okay, y'all, hold on. Hold on. Let's see. How about now? Do we have action? Can y'all see me? StreamYard got something new and fancy going on. This is my first time using it since they've done this upgrade. So let me know now. You still can't see me. Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on, because I definitely want you to be able to see my slides. What about now? Can y'all see that? Keep letting me know in the chat. I'm going to get this figured out. and then I'll keep going. Let me see, can I open up YouTube? Hold on. Okay, I can see the slides. Okay, can y'all see the slides at least? Okay, okay. I don't know why you can't see me. That is so crazy. Yes, you can see the slides. Okay. Let's see. All right, we'll just keep it that way. I don't know why y'all can't see me, but y'all don't need to see me. I'm here in real time. So as long as you can see the slides, we'll get into the slides in just a second. But I want to talk about the multi-level marketing thing because that's a question that we get all the time. And so, as I mentioned, I got my first, I got started as a travel agent. I got certified through a multi-level marketing company back in 2014. I can't believe it's been that long, but I got all excited. I went to one of these MLM meetings. If you've ever been to a meeting, you know they are full of energy. Everybody's so excited. They act like it's the best thing since sliced bread. And I was all excited about becoming a travel agent. So I signed up, I joined, paid my money, took the online training, got my certification, and then I was ready to start booking travel. Well, what I quickly learned was that nobody who was so excited to get me signed up for this multi-level marketing company, nobody was actually booking travel. They were only selling the travel business to other people. Whereas I did not join so that I could sell the travel business. I joined so that I could actually book travel and, start a career, build a business as a travel agent. And so I realized with that multi-level marketing company, which is the same as most multi-level marketing companies, they're not actually focused on the product that they sell. They're focused on selling the business. And so nobody could help me actually book travel because nobody was booking travel themselves. And so I had to learn everything I needed to know the hard way. I literally had to build a travel business, from scratch, really just figuring it out as I went. And so everything that, I've learned over the last 11 years has come from experience. And it, motivated me to build not only my own travel agency, but also start teaching other women, and specifically Black women, how you can become travel agents and get certified so that you can build a business or just take advantage of some of the amazing perks and benefits and discounts for your personal travel. So if you were wondering if this is part of multi-level marketing, it's absolutely not. If you are MLM girly, I'm sorry, no shade, but kind of some shade, because I just hate that a lot of the companies solely focus on selling, 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 and not really helping you to build a business. So that is not what this is. Now, again, I'm going to go through these slides and then I will answer any questions that y'all have. Hopefully, y'all can still see the slides. Please keep me posted in the chat if something happens. All right. So this is a quick overview. Takesha and I launched Elevate Travel in December of 2024. Next month, April 7th, we are actually launching or starting our very first certification class for new travel agents. But we are not new to this. We are true to this. We had a travel agency prior. Our first agency we launched in 2018. Takesha was my agency manager. She co-taught the training with me, and I sold that business in, I think, 2020. And so I decided that I wanted to get back into it. Takesha never left the business. She has been going strong, booking trips ever since then. And so I knew she did such an amazing job managing my travel agency previously. So we decided to partner to launch Elevate Travel Co. together in 2024. So even though next month we are launching our first travel agent certification course, that's our first course for this agency. We have definitely trained hundreds of Black women through our previous agency on how they could get certified, and several of them, tons of them, launched successful travel businesses. And so that is what we are looking forward to doing again. So Elevate Travel Co. is a boutique travel agency. We offer travel agent certification, which is what you all are here to learn about. We also have a host agency network, which is basically if you're familiar with how real estate works, it's basically like the brokerage where we have agents working underneath our agency. So it's like the broker and then the real estate agents. Over here, it's the agency and then the travel agents. So we also have that agency network where we are able to offer continuing education, a community, networking, and support as you build your business. That was another thing that I really missed out on when I first got certified is I didn't have any support because nobody in the company was actually booking travel. So they couldn't help me because they weren't doing it themselves. And so again, I saw the need to help other people by teaching them the things that I had to learn the hard way. And that was the motivation for starting the certification training. We also offer full service travel planning. So even if you decide that becoming a certified travel agent is not for you, you should definitely consider working with us when you are ready to plan your next getaway. So big question is, what are the benefits of becoming a travel agent? Now, these are some of them, but there are tons of benefits that you have as a travel agent. First of all, you have the opportunity to create your own schedule. You can work from anywhere in the world as long as you have access to Wi-Fi. You get access to exclusive travel deals. We literally get emails almost daily from different suppliers that have different specials going, different discounts, free travel opportunities through fam trips, tons of different exclusive deals that you get simply by being a certified travel agent. You can also save up to 70% on your personal travel, which I know is one of the reasons that brought a lot of you all here tonight, because even if you don't have the goal of building out a, full-time travel business, you can absolutely take advantage of the personal savings. So if you are a avid traveler and you know that you and your family go on, multiple trips, multiple vacations each year, this is an opportunity for you to save money. And if you go on group trips, this is an opportunity for you to make money by planning trips for other people. I love that you can help people create unforgettable experiences, especially when you're talking about destination weddings, honeymoons, anniversary trips, sorority, anniversary trips. You can really be a part of some special experiences for other people, which just, makes you feel good to be a part of that and to lighten the load and ease the stress that people are usually under when they are planning a trip. Y'all know we always see those memes on social media that's like, the group chat versus who made it to the trip and out of the group. And it's like 25 people are in the group chat and then 2 people make it out of the group. Well, a lot of the reasons why that happens is because people either don't want to take responsibility for planning, or they just don't do a great job planning and communicating and preparing for those group trips. So as a certified travel agent, you have the opportunity to be able to assist and support. You also have the opportunity to make money without restrictions. So there is an unlimited earning potential as a travel agent. You can make as much money as time you are willing to put in. So it's totally up to you whether you want to offer, your services to only groups and you want to offer your services, to whoever or however often you are interested in doing it. You are the boss of your business. So you can absolutely choose how and when and how much you want to work. If you were wondering how do you get paid, these are just some of the ways that you can get paid as a travel agent. So I don't know if y'all have heard about people selling Google Map guides. This is like all of the rage. And so it's basically, I literally just put one together over the weekend when I was in Playa. And it's basically where you are creating like a destination guide, which could be used as an itinerary. So you literally, based on the destination that you're in, you can save right inside of your Google Maps. You can save the different locations that you visit or that you want to recommend to people. So as I was going different places in Playa, whether it was for food or the spa or, whatever we were doing, I could just save that location in my Google Maps as a guide. and people are selling those. So that is a super simple way that you can get paid. As travel agents, we are not necessarily getting paid because we have a skill set that is just, so hard to find. Because if I'm being honest, you don't have to be super tech savvy. If you have ever used any type of booking engine like Expedia or Priceline or whatever, however you currently book your trips, the suppliers and vendors that we use are very similar. So the way that we are able to book trips for our clients is the same way that you book trips for yourselves. So we're not necessarily making our money off of these, amazing skills that we have. We are making our coins off of convenience. Okay. Sometimes, and a lot of times, I should say, people are just too lazy to want to do the research. People really just want it done for them. They want to just show up and enjoy their vacation. They don't want to worry about where they're going for dinner. They don't want to go on the internet and search and read reviews and do all of the things to find resorts. And so they look to us, the travel professionals, to give them recommendations. And so one of the ways that you can do that is by creating travel itineraries or creating destination guides. You can also plan personal travel, which is probably what you all think about first when you think about a travel agent. And so if you and your bae or you and your bestie, I'm turning 40 this year. So we were planning, this huge 40th birthday trip. If you have a celebration coming up and you want assistance and support and you don't want to have to think about all of the details, you just want to be able to enjoy your time, a travel agent is the perfect person to turn to be able to do that. You can plan personal travel, you can plan professional travel. So that would be like corporate travel. We've had agents who plan like the group trips for the holidays that a company might go on. So that would be an example of professional travel. If a company is taking their top performing salespeople to a destination to celebrate something, that is an example of something that you could plan as a travel agent. Weddings and honeymoons, as I mentioned, and then of course creating those destination guides. So destination guides and travel itineraries are ways that you can get paid without having to plan travel. So without even having to book something for your clients, they might be booking it on their own, but they come to you for recommendations or resources for either how they can prepare how they can prepare for their trip, or just getting your personal and professional advice on how they can, make the most of their experience. These are some of the vendors or types of suppliers that will pay you for booking with them. So, of course, hotels and resorts, cruises. I know Disney cruises are super popular right now. Virgin cruises are very popular right now. Excursions and activities. So, beyond just booking their stay at a resort, if you send a group to Jamaica, and I use Jamaica because I know Takesha has a contact in Jamaica that she sends all of her clients through, who either give her clients amazing pricing or give Takesha a referral fee for sending her clients. So you can make money beyond just booking their travel. You can also monetize their activities. So whether they want to go jet skiing or they want to do a booze cruise or they want to ride camels or whatever, everything that you take part in planning can be profitable for you. So you can absolutely get paid off of excursions and activities. You can get paid off of theme park tickets, concert tickets, sporting events. We have access to vendors that offer all of those options as opportunities for you to get paid. Now, somebody slid in my DMs the other day and they're like, hey, I am looking for a way to replace my full-time job. Is this something that I could do in order to get out of my job? You absolutely can. However, this is not a get rich quick type of thing. And I don't believe in get rich quick anything. Anything that you get too fast is probably not going to last. So you can absolutely supplement or replace your income, but it is going to take time. However long it takes you to build your clientele, that's the honest truth in terms of how time. So I'm not in control of that. Takesha is not in control of that. It really just depends on your network. It depends on how often you are telling people what you do and what you are able to provide for them. The beautiful thing is you probably already know your customers. Your first few customers can be your coworkers. All you got to do is come back from a trip, talking about where you just were, how much you enjoyed it, and letting people know that you can send them there too. You can help plan their trip there as well. Your church members, if you are a part of any professional organizations, I mentioned sororities, but it could be the clubs at your job. It could be, other professional type of membership organizations. It could be organizations that you volunteer at. Any of those groups of people is where you can find your next or your first client. Your family and your friends, obviously, as soon as they find out that you have become a travel agent, they are going to want you to plan something for them. Again, it's not because they can't do it themselves. It's really about them wanting the convenience of not having to worry about it. They just want to pay you, let you do all the research, read all the reviews if you have to, and send them on their way. Social media, of course, a free tool that we should all be taking advantage of. It's probably the way that you all even found out about tonight's workshop. So social media can absolutely be leveraged. Networking events are always a good idea. And then attraction marketing. Attraction marketing is you literally attracting your clients by what you do. So one of the biggest ways that Takesha was able to build her travel business quickly is that she always travels. So as she's on these trips, people are naturally wondering, well, how is she going on all these trips? And she can easily say, I'm a travel agent. This is how I'm going on these trips. This is how I'm saving money. And this is what I can help you do too. So you can absolutely start booking trips, start making bank based off of the people you already know. You just have to make sure you're telling people about it. So this is how we are able to help you get certified. And as I am going, if y'all have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat, because I know that I am going through this pretty quickly. I want to be respectful of your time, but I also want to make sure that I answer any questions that you have. But this is our travel agent certification course. So it is a 12-hour course. Now, it's not all 12 hours of teaching. It's broken up into 6 hours of teaching and 6 hours of office hours, because we want to make sure that you are actually grasping the concepts and the content of the course by offering those office hours as Q&A opportunities, as strategic planning opportunities, as opportunities to share our screen and show you how booking works. So 6 live hours, so 1 hour each week for 6 weeks. And then 1 hour each week for 6 weeks in terms of office hours. So I believe we scheduled the live trainings on Tuesdays and then the office hour sessions on Thursdays. So you have an opportunity to come learn the information and then come to office hours with any questions that you have. In order to receive your certificate of completion and become a certified travel agent by the end of the course, you have to attend at least 4 of the 6 live classes. Yes, you will have access to all of the replays. So if you want to revisit anything, if you miss a live session, you'll have access to those replays, but you must attend at least 4 of the 6, and then at least 2 of the office hours. And then, of course, you have to demonstrate proficiency. So we want to ensure that you actually know what you're doing, because in the event that you decide that you want to go the independent agent route and you don't want to work under our agency, we want to make sure that you are prepared to be a travel professional. And so those are our requirements through our course. And of course, inside the course, we are teaching you the ins and outs of not only the travel industry, but one of the things that sets our course apart from any of the other courses that you can find by Googling is that we teach you how to actually build your travel business. So you get the best of both worlds. We're not just going to teach you about all of the destinations and how to book trips without also showing you how you can build your clientele, how you can market your business. And so this is what we cover over our 6 weeks together. So you all can see right here, we go through an introduction to travel. We talk about domestic and international, the differences, what you need to know about each. They are, I don't want to say they're very different, but there are, some specific things that you need to know if you're doing domestic travel. There are specific ways that you need to negotiate hotel contracts in the US versus, sending somebody to the Caribbean. So we go through all of that. The access information. So which trips are going to require a passport versus, the ones that don't. Cruises, you don't need a passport. Those are, the things that your clients are going to expect for you to know. And so all of this information is going to be taught inside of our course. The types of travel products. So whether you want to focus on personal travel, whether you want to focus on leisure travel, family travel, budget travel, cultural travel, wellness travel, you can absolutely specialize in whatever you desire, but we're going to teach you how you can monetize all of that. We're also going to do an extensive booking system training so that you can literally see, we're going to go click by click so that you can see how we build out an itinerary, how we're able to send quotes to clients. We're going to show you all of that so that once you have your certification, you are ready to hit the ground running and start booking travel for your own clients. We're going to cover travel business basics and agent best practices. So teaching y'all the things that we learned the hard way, learning from our mistakes. We really, really love being able to support you all as you build your business by sharing some of the ways that we lost money, some of the ways that, we could have done things better as we got started as agents. I love being able to share the tools and the tech because there is so much that we have access to that can save you time and help you make more money. We talk a lot about ChatGPT. It can absolutely be your best friend as you build your travel business. There are some things that you just should not be doing manually, and you don't have to because we have access to all of these great free tools. And then lastly, we go over travel marketing. So how you can actually market your business. Because again, we don't just want you to become a certified travel agent. We want to help you build a successful business. So we are teaching you how you can go out and get your first few clients so you can make your first commission. So these are the 3 steps. If you decide to enroll in our travel agent certification, you will be a student. That's where you will learn the ins and the outs of becoming a travel agent, booking travel for your customers, how you can get customers as a student. From there, you have the choice. You can either join an agency, preferably our agency, because we would love to support you as you build your business, but it's not a requirement. You do not have to work under our travel agency just because you take our travel agent certification. You can absolutely choose to go the independent agent route if you so desire. Now, I personally do not recommend that you go the independent agent route until you've been an agent for at least a year. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself in the position that I found myself in, where you're just excited, but you need support, and you don't know what you don't know until you realize you don't know it. And so as an independent agent, you are just that. You are not working under an agency. You are literally just out there on your own figuring things out. And I promise you, you are going to come across a client that has a request or asks you a question that you just don't know the answer to. And so being able to tap into our community or tap into us personally for assistance, for support, or just for answers is truly valuable. Now, this is a little bit of information. I'm not going to read through all of this. You can, take a screenshot or read through it now. But these are some of the benefits if you do decide to join our travel agency after you've become certified. 2 of the things that I do want to mention specifically that we were very, very strategic with is the fact that our agents keep 100% of their commission. You will not find another host agency out there that gives their agents 100% commission. I've seen 70, sometimes 80, but we really want you to keep a coin. And so our goal is to not only train you to become a certified travel agent, but also help you to really be able to create your freedom through this business. And so you get to keep 100% of your agent commissions. And then the other thing that I love is that we give you access to a lot of the tools, a lot of the business templates that you otherwise would have to go pay for or try to create on your own. So your traveler agreements, your marketing templates, we give you access to all of that as agents under our agency. So we are really working to help you save time and make money. These are just some of the vendors that we work with. So again, whether you want to focus on cruises or you want to focus on family vacations, you might just want to be a Disney agent. That's all you want to do is Disney. There is a lane for you. Okay. There are people who go to Disney every single year. There are people who go on Disney cruises every single year. So you can absolutely make a lot of money doing only Disney. So that's an opportunity for you there if that is what you are interested in specializing in. I mentioned that you can make money off of sports tickets, concert tickets. Golden tickets is the way that you can do that. So that's our vendor that we use for that. You can monetize car rentals. So anything that you are adding to your itinerary for your clients, you can get paid from. Viator is the vendor that we use for activities and excursions. So if you are sending a group somewhere, you can absolutely add to your commission by adding in car rentals, excursions, or tickets. All right. Yeah, I promise there are no children being harmed. There's just children that don't want to go to sleep over here. Okay. So pardon me if you hear my children in the background. But how much does it cost? If you have been wondering that, let me get to the dollars and make it make sense. And this is something that I am also very excited about because, as I mentioned, we are starting our first certification course of the year, April 7th. And because this is our first course of the year, we are discounting it from $4.99 to $2.99. So this first course, all of our students are only going to have to pay $2.99, but after this cohort, the price is going to go up. The other amazing thing that we decided to do is give you an opportunity to bring a friend for free. One of the things that you may have learned the hard way, I learned this the hard way, is that entrepreneurship can be super lonely, especially when you are starting a new business or starting in a new industry. And so we really wanted you to be able to have the support, have the accountability that you need to get started and be successful after you have learned what it takes to get started. So you have the opportunity to enroll for $2.99 and bring a friend for free. Now, y'all can split that if you want to. You can cover the cost and just invite a friend. However y'all want to make it make sense, you have the opportunity to do that. So all you got to do is scan this QR code. I'm going to drop the link in the chat just in case you are you don't have your phone or you're watching from your phone and you don't have a way to scan it. Let me drop the link in the chat for you. All right, so there's the link. It's in the chat. The QR code will also take you there. If you already know that you are ready to get in where you fit in and you enroll by midnight tonight, you also receive a complimentary 4-night resort certificate. It is good for at more than 50 luxury destinations, and it is not timeshare related. So you don't have to go watch a timeshare presentation and waste hours of your vacation sitting in a presentation. The great thing about these travel certificates that we have access to is that our agents have access to these certificates as well. So this is a perk. This is an incentive. This is a way that you can build your travel business by offering these certificates to your clients too. So that's another benefit of being a part of our host agency, is that you have access to be able to give these travel certificates away to your clients as well. So you can literally tell them, hey, if you book this trip with me, you can get this 4-night certificate as well. And there's a whole bunch of travel certificates that you have to choose from. But you have the option and opportunity to be able to offer that as you build your business. You can do giveaways as incentives for people joining your email list. However you want to use them and make them make sense, you have an opportunity to do that. So I want to go to the chat and make sure I did not miss any questions. Now is the time to drop those questions if you still have any. If you don't, I'm just going to assume that I did an amazing job presenting this information and I covered it all. I think one other question that was submitted that I may not have answered yet is whether or not you need experience. And the answer is no. As I mentioned, if you have ever booked a trip for yourself, if you've ever used Expedia or Priceline or even whatever you use to book your trips currently, the systems that we use are very similar, if not the same. And so if you know how to click, 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 read the details, then you absolutely already have the skills that you need to be successful. What time will the training classes be? So the trainings are at 8 p.m. Eastern. So the same time we are here now. They start on April 7th. Let me make sure I got my dates right. Yep. Am I lying? Hold on, y'all. Let me double check. Let me look really quick and make sure I'm telling you the right dates. Okay, yes. So the classes are on Monday nights. I'm sorry, I think I told y'all Tuesday earlier. The classes are on Monday nights, and then our office hours are on Thursday. And then at the end of 6 weeks, which is May 15th, that's our last office hour. So from April 7th through May 15th, that will be the course. And then after the course, you will get your certificate. You can decide whether or not you want to join our host agency or you want to become an independent travel agent, and you will be ready to start booking travel. So thank you for asking that question. What to 8 o'clock p.m. Everything is 8 o'clock p.m. We wanted to try to consider different time zones. So I know that's 5 o'clock Pacific. But hopefully that works out for the majority of people. So 5 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And again, replays will be sent every week. You have access to the training for 6 months. So it's a 6-week class, but you have access for 6 months. So that if you need to revisit anything, if you need to review anything, if you need to go back and check in and see, well, how did they say I need to do this? Or what vendor do I need, to book this specific destination? You have the opportunity to do that. Thank you for asking those questions. What other questions do y'all have? Let me know in the chat. Takesha, you can let me know if I missed anything. Okay, I see another question. Hold on, let me see what Takesha said. If they are coming from another agency. So thank you, Keisha. Thank you. I forgot to mention that. If you have already been trained, if you have already been working as a travel agent, you are not required to take our certification course. We have an application. Let me put that in the chat. There is an application that you can complete to join. Oh, actually, I'll just drop the link here. I know what the link is. This is the application. If you go to this page, hold on. If you go to that page, you can submit an application, and that is for existing agents. So if you've already been certified, if you've already been working under another travel agency, you do not have to take the travel agent's certification course. You can just apply. In the training, do you touch on collabs with travel companies? Tell me what you mean, Keisha. What do you mean collabs with travel companies? Clarify your question for me. I am happy to answer it. And thank you for that reminder, Takesha. If I missed anything else, let me know. So our monthly fee for the agency is $99 if you have come from our course, or $125 if you are just joining the agency, but you're not taking the course. So 99 to 125 is the monthly fee. And again, you get to keep 100% of your commission. So that's all you pay. We're not taking a percentage of any of your bookings. That's it. We're keeping it very straightforward. Is the promo code TRAV? Yes. Thank you. All the reminders. I appreciate y'all. If you enter promo code TRAV25, that is how you can enroll in the course for $299 versus $499. Because when you go to that page, it's going to tell you, it's going to give you the regular price, which is $499. As an influencer, so the answer is no, Keisha, but I'm trying to think of how I could help you with that. Because typically that's as simple as like pitching yourself to different companies. So is that what you mean? Can we help you with pitching yourself? because that's just a template. So I don't mind sharing that. I don't mind sharing that at all. But that's not a part of our course. Let me know if that's what you mean. Do you mean just how can you pitch yourself to different companies? Is this course the same as the one you had? Same information, but not the same course. So it's not like a replay from 2020, but we're going to be sharing a lot of that information and then updating it based on 2025. So it's not the same course like you're going to be watching the course from 2020. It's going to be live. So we are doing a completely new course, but the curriculum is similar. So all the same stuff that you needed to know in 2020, we're going to teach that and then, update it for 2025. So it's not the same course from 2025. Not interested, but my friend is. So yes, I think the answer is no, it's not included in the course, but yes, that's something that I don't mind sharing with you. So if your friend who you want to bring for free is interested in becoming a travel influencer, you can just ask me that on one of the office hour sessions and I'll help you. Like I'll share a template. So just remind me about that. But I don't mind sharing that at all. If y'all have ever taken a class with me, I am an open book. I am not one of those people who gets your money and is stingy with the information. Like I will tell you everything I know once you are inside the class. There's nothing that you can ask me that I'm going to say, oh, you're going to have to pay me more for that. I'm not that type of person. So anything that I have, you have, once you're inside the course. So any of these questions, or any information that might come up that is not covered in the course, it's not because we don't want to tell you. It's probably just because we didn't think about it. So you can definitely bring those questions to the office hour sessions and we're happy to help. Do you have to recertify annually? No, you don't. So this is one time. It's one time. It is a one-time certification. You do not have to recertify. So again, if you all have a friend that you want to bring for free, this is definitely an opportunity for you to bring your business bestie. If you know that there's some, or your travel buddy, if you know that there's somebody who you potentially want to partner with or work with or, plan travel with after the course, that is the person that you should bring for free. Don't waste your free person. Don't waste your +1 on somebody who is not going to show up. Don't waste your, thank you, Keisha. Don't waste your +1 on somebody who's not really going to appreciate it. Make sure you choose somebody to bring with you that's either going to help you start your business or is genuinely interested, in travel. If you are an agent coming from another agency, can you sit in on the training or refreshers once you join the agency? So once you join the agency, you will have access to the course. So I guess the short answer is yes. Our agency is only successful if our agents are successful. So we don't get anything out of being stingy with our information. Like the more information you have, the more trips you can plan. The more trips you plan, the more money you make. The more money you make, the longer you're going to want to stay with the agency. And that's our goal. We're only successful if y'all are successful. So our goal is to always make you as successful as you can possibly be so that we can continue to be successful. And Keisha and I are going to continue, booking trips as well. So we are not travel agents that don't plan travel. So we personally love travel and we're also actually working in the business as well. So as we learn new information, we're sharing it with y'all. As we get plugged in to new people, we're sharing them with you all. So that's something that you can also look forward to. Any other questions that I did not answer, let me know. These are great questions though. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for hanging in there with the technical difficulties. Can y'all still not see me? Because I really don't know why that is if you can't. Somebody let me know. Did my video ever come on or are you still just looking at slides? Somebody let me know. Let me know. Let me know. I'm looking to see if there are any other questions that I may have missed. Takesha, let me know if I missed anything. Oh, Takesha says, still just looking at the slides. Dang. Okay. I don't know. Y'all. I'm going to have to check in with StreamYard and see what this is all about. But I appreciate y'all sticking around. I am grateful that you came to learn more about becoming a travel agent. One last thing that I just want to reiterate is the fact that you do not necessarily have to take our class with the intention of becoming a full-time travel agent. There are people who have taken our class in the past who simply want to be able to save on their personal travel, and they feel like it's a worthwhile investment to learn what they need to do, learn what they need to learn to be able to save and plan their own travel. This is also the perfect opportunity if you are an entrepreneur and you have a community, because one of the best and easiest ways to monetize those communities is through retreats or group trips. So this is also a perfect opportunity, and that might be an opportunity for, for you to figure out who your plus one can be. But if you have a friend, or if you have a network, or have, clients in some other business, and you want to be able to host a group trip or host a retreat for your clients, that's another way that you can make money. No, I'm not going to say that, but just know that there's another way. That's another way that you can make money. There are people out here. Okay. I'm not going to name any names, but Takesha knows what I'm talking about. There are people out here who literally will charge $5, $6, $7, $8, $9,000 per room for these retreats, and they're literally profiting like $6,000 to $8,000 per person off of these retreats. When I tell you it is a gold mine, planning travel, it's crazy how much you are able to profit off of planning travel. Okay. The math is mathing when it comes to travel. The travel agent rates that we have access to are amazing. And so there's definitely opportunities for you to plan travel, and especially group travel, and make some good money without having to do a whole lot of work. Do I have to sign up the friend when I sign up to get them the training for free? So ideally, yes, I believe there's a spot on the form when you sign up, so that you can give us their information, their name and their email, so that we can give them access. However, if you want to make sure that you get in before midnight tonight so that you can get that travel certificate, and you don't necessarily know who your plus one is going to be, don't let that stop you. Go ahead and sign up, and then you can give us their information later. So it's not required. It might ask you on the registration, but you could just put NA. And then when you do know who you want to invite, you can let me know. You can just email me and let me know so that I can give them access. All right. I don't think there are any more questions. If there are, or if you get off of here and you go talk about it with somebody, and you come up with some other questions later tonight or tomorrow, reply to the emails that you've been receiving from me and ask me your questions. I am here to help, and I'm happy to help. So for those of you all who will be enrolling, we will see you inside the class starting on April 7th. There's no deadline for $299. So as long as you sign up for this first class, which starts on April 7th, and you use the discount code TRAV25, you can enroll for $299. There is no deadline for that. It's going to be $299 for everybody who takes this first class. And then after this first class, when we offer the class again, it'll go up to the regular price. So I'm going to stick around for a couple more minutes and make sure there are no other questions, because these have been some really good questions. I want to make sure I have answered them all. Oh, thank you, Keisha. Thank you. Last but not least, on the checkout page, if you want to take advantage of Afterpay or Klarna or any of those like get it now but pay later options, that's an option. That's an opportunity too. So let me see exactly what it says so I can tell y'all. So there is a button on the form. Let's see if I can actually share my screen. Will it let me? Let's see. Okay, so hopefully y'all can see this. But if you click right here on this button that says click here for buy now, pay later options, this will take you to Stripe, which will let you do Afterpay or Klarna. So if you are interested in doing a payment plan and you want to use Afterpay or Klarna, there might be another option there, but I know for sure Afterpay and Klarna are there. You can just click this button right here and it will allow you to do that. Thank you, Keisha. I'm going to wait one more minute to see if Keisha texts me anything else that I might have forgotten. Any other questions? Let me know. If not, I am beyond thankful that y'all spent a couple minutes with me, and I am super excited to see you all inside of our travel agent certification on April 7th. If you think of any other questions, hit reply on any of those emails. You can send me a DM on Instagram. However you want to reach me, you can find me, ask your questions, and I am happy to help. Again, if you signed up via email, because this is live on my YouTube, so some people might just be here because they saw that I was live. But if you signed up via the emails, then I will send this replay to you all tonight. Is there a deadline on the travel voucher? Yes. So the travel voucher is a perk for taking action and signing up tonight before midnight. I'll say midnight Central time. I'm on Eastern, but Keisha's on Central, so I'll give y'all an extra hour. If you sign up tonight before midnight, then you get access to that travel voucher. So that's the only deadline. Other than that, the discount code will work until class fills up or April 7th gets here, whichever one comes first. So if you got to run this by somebody, go ahead and run it by them now, and then get in where you fit in. Will agents be trained on how to set up the buy now pay? Of course. Agents. So that's not necessarily, I don't know if that's something that's like inside of our actual course, but that's something that I can help y'all with. Any of these questions that y'all have that are just like, anything, bring them to office hours and I'll show y'all how to do it. Nothing is off limits when it comes to helping you build your business. So that's not necessarily something that, I think we cover officially inside of our class, but that's definitely something I can help you with. That is why those office hours are going to be super important, because somebody might have a question that I never even thought of, that can help everybody. So bring those questions to office hours and we can get them answered for you. Is there a deadline to use? No. So with the certificates, you have to activate the certificate within 30 days of receipt, but then I think you get a year. You get a year to actually use it or to, go on your vacation. So, and again, that's something that you all will have access to if you do decide to join our agency. You'll have access to these travel certificates as well. So you'll be able to give them away or gift them to your clients as a perk or incentive for working with you. So we really, truly want to do all that we can to help you be successful. That's our goal. So thank y'all for tapping in today. I am excited that y'all are excited, and I will see y'all in class on April 7th. Any other questions, hit reply on the email, send me a DM. I am happy to help. Love y'all. Have a good night.